question. Are you a fan of rollers for indoor training? Am I a fan of rollers for indoor training? That's a really, really good question. I actually had that question asked in a support ticket today from somebody. I don't think they're a member, so it was it's a great. Here we go. So let's talk about the differences between rollers and indoor trainers. So rollers are fantastic at building leg speed, and they're fantastic at building technique. They're awesome for doing recovery rides on, and they're great for working on developing really good pedaling stroke and building your core strength and stability on the bike. And you have to think when you're riding on rollers. If you're riding on rollers, usually it takes about 6 hours of roller riding to master them. So just bear with it. And if you've got somebody that can help you stabilize yourself in the first hour that you ride rollers, that'll really help you get ramped up on riding rollers if you're not used to riding them. Okay. But what rollers are no good at doing, unless you've got some resistance built into them, is doing low cadence efforts and high intensity, high power efforts. Because of the resistance in rollers, there's not a lot of resistance. And that's why track riders use them a lot, because they use them to develop leg speed. You know, it's great. You can do a whole lot of aerobic cardiovascular efforts on rollers, and you can high cadence work, like doing 130 RPM 5-minute efforts and those sort of things. Build great leg speed and fantastic aerobic fitness on rollers. Awesome for doing that. But like I mentioned, where they let you down is if you wanted to do a threshold effort at say 350 watts for 2 or 3 minutes. There's not enough resistance in a roller, unless you've got a resistance unit attached to it, to be able to do those sort of efforts. And that's where the indoor trainers are really good. So indoor trainers can provide you with a lot of what rollers can do, but they can give you that higher level of resistance. Indoor trainers, unfortunately, they don't help you as well as rollers on working on your pedaling technique and stabilizing your core and stuff. I actually, in my early parts of my training, like to spend about 45 minutes a week on rollers just to help smooth out my technique and work on that. So very powerful for that. But it's all done at E1, light intensity. I'm not really smashing myself. I'm not raising the sweat, just working on technique. The indoor trainer is great for doing those smashing sessions where you want to put out 350 watts for a couple of minutes, because it's got the resistance there that you can work against. They're also really good for doing low cadence work, dropping your cadence to 40 RPM, 50 RPM, 60 RPM, 70 RPM, which you can't do on rollers. And obviously you can still develop good leg speed with indoor trainers and still good pedaling technique and stuff, but rollers are just far superior at that. So look, if you wanted one tool, if you could only afford one, I'd go for the indoor trainer. If you can afford both, then indoor trainer and rollers. But if you've just got rollers on their own, just remember that they're limited to what you can use them for.